everyone, how's it going? Good morning, hope everything where you are is all good. So today I'm going to do a Q&A, but first I'm going to run down to the beach and try to get a couple of waves just to start the day off. So let's go. Well, I just got back from surfing, and like I said, I'm gonna do a Q&A. So let's dive right into it. For your next Q&A from Alisa Serrano, I've noticed that you leave a gap in your wax on your surfboard. Why do you do that? So sometimes on my surfboards, you may notice right in the middle of where my wax is, there's almost like no wax. Two reasons. One, right where I tie my board shorts is always rubbing on my board right there, so it kind of scrapes the wax away, as well as when you're out sitting out the back past all the waves, when you're sitting on your board, you're sitting right there, just right on that part of your board, so you end up like kind of like scraping or like getting rid of all the wax from right there. But I don't do it on purpose because I want the wax to stay on my board. ATSS project. Question, what inspired you to start vlogging? A couple of things. Spiderweb. Spiderweb. Well, one thing is my dad, he had his YouTube channel, which is now called I Surf Tribe, like 1 or 2 years before I started mine. So I would see him making videos. That inspired me to make my own channel. Also, from watching other people on YouTube who would make videos maybe about survival, or camping, or adventuring, or whatever. And I was like that they're totally inspiring me to want to go get out. And like, I could totally do that. I could totally make videos and hopefully inspire other people. So that is why. Next question from Bama. Probably a dumb question, but doesn't the salt water bother you opening your eyes underwater when I'm out in the ocean? It does bother my eyes if I'm underwater a ton with my eyes open, but if I just go underwater and I open my eyes up for like a couple of seconds, it doesn't really bother me a little bit. Like if I were to go underwater for like do a bunch of swimming around, a ton of stuff with my eyes open underwater, then it probably would start to bug my eyes, but no. Clay Myers, Q&A. If you had to evacuate, would you take your surfboard? So if I had to evacuate because maybe a tsunami or a zombie apocalypse or something, I probably, I would like to say yes, but then that's probably not the truth. Like if we were actually evacuating, I probably wouldn't. I would be maybe thinking about maybe grabbing something a little more valuable, like maybe like my survival bag or maybe like my dogs, like something like that. So I'm gonna say no because there's other things that I wouldn't want to waste time grabbing my board when we should be evacuating. I'd rather grab other things that are much more valuable than my surfboard. Wilderness Josh. What are the mosquitoes like in Costa Rica? Well, sometimes of the year they are worse than others, but for the most part, at least where I am, I know some parts of Costa Rica, they can be really bad, but for where I am, they're not like too bad for the most part. Like sometimes you'll have a mosquito here and there, and of course in the rainy season when it's raining a lot, there's usually more mosquitoes because it's damper and wetter, so there's little spots that collect water. So like most of the time, not too bad. But of course there are the mosquitoes that are still around, flying around. Jessica Colazzo, who helped you film this video? I love it, it's amazing. That was on my Doom Awesome Stuff special. Actually, no one helped me film it. I did almost pretty much all the filming on my own, but my dad did help me here and there on a few scenes that I wasn't able to film on my own. Ralph Ruiz, can you filter salt water with a Sawyer purifier or other purifier so you can drink it? Awesome video, thanks. No, you cannot purify salt water with the Sawyer water filter. Okay, it takes a lot of like purifying, like it takes a pretty serious filter to purify salt water into drinkable water. Like, from what I know, there's no little purifiers that you can use to purify the salt out of salt water. Like, of course you can drink salt water, but then it probably just dehydrates you even more. So, no. Probably in the future they'll invent a filter that you can filter salt water, and that will be pretty cool. But for now, I don't think so. Jessica Colazzo asks again, what brand is your backpack? Okay, so if you watch my vlogs, there's 2 backpacks that I use pretty much all the time. The first bag, which looks more like a military bag that has molly webbing all over it, and the backpack is completely black with a few different compartments. That one is the We Sport Sparrow 30 liters. Pretty good bag, pretty durable, like the fabric material seems pretty good. And from what I've been using it, I've taken out adventures, traveling, tons of different stuff, and it's held up pretty good. And then my other bag that I use sometimes is more of like a backpacking, hiking backpack, you could call it. And that one is the Casimir 36, made by the North Face. So of course, if that bag's 36 liters, it can hold a little bit more stuff. I think the Casimir is more of like an ultralight backpack because the fabric is a little bit thinner, but it's completely waterproof. So if I'm going on maybe an adventure where I'm probably gonna be like tossing my bag around, I'll probably take the We Sport. But if I'm going maybe on a longer trip, or if I'm going backpacking or camping or something, then I'll probably take the Casimir because it's more comfortable, because you can have a hip strap, plus you can carry more stuff. So those are the 2 bags that I'm pretty much always using. Dude, my phone just froze. Why did my phone... Dude, it just froze. It just completely froze. One second, I'm gonna have to restart my phone. I've never had that happen. I've never had my phone just freeze. Especially not in the middle of a Q&A. Oh gosh, come on, hurry up. Okay, next question from Topher Metcalf. Atua, one question. Do you live near any Mayan or Aztec ruins? No, I'm pretty sure I don't. I don't know of any ruins or like old buildings or structures anywhere near where I live. So, sorry, nope. Kane Novak, aren't you afraid of sharks? Stay out of the water, kid. I do have a fear of sharks. I know a lot of people have a fear of sharks, of course, who doesn't? But to say to stay out of the water because I have a fear of sharks, no, I'm staying in the water. The reason for that is I love surfing, I love being in the ocean, and I know that there is a danger of sharks, but it is worth it because I'm doing what I love to do. So I'm being in the ocean doing what I love to do. I would rather do what I love to do and there would be a little bit of a danger than not do what I love to do and maybe it's really safe and there's no danger at all. So, sorry, I'm staying in the water. Next question. Mark Hicks. Hey, buddy, so the body of water the ferry crosses, is it fresh or salt water? Is it heavily fished and does it directly connect to the ocean? Just wondering. Yes, the ferry that I went on a couple days ago to go to San Jose, it does go through salt water, which is connected to the ocean, and there are fishermen on little fishing boats going around there, but I don't see that many fishermen there. But I'm pretty sure people do fish. Jasmine Ray, how do you pronounce your name? Atua. Atua. A-T-U-A is my first name, and you pronounce it Atua, not Atia or Auta or Urta or whatever. It's Atua. And my last name is pronounced Moy. It's M-O''E. It can kind of seem like it's maybe Mo, but it's Moy. It almost sounds like it's I, but that's because of the apostrophe. That's it for today's Q&A. I have a positive quote for you guys. Oh yeah, remember that I have my other channel, Atua Pura Vida. This video is going to be on that channel in Spanish. And also, I'm not only going to do videos, when I do a Spanish video, it's not always going to be Spanish on that channel and English on this channel. Sometimes I'll make a Spanish video that isn't in English on this channel. And of course, I'll be doing also videos that are English on this channel that aren't in Spanish. So there'll be unique videos on both channels. So the quote that I was talking about is, the truth is most people don't ever start because they don't want to be starting at the bottom. Don't be most people. That is very true. What this quote means to me is, you can't be afraid to pursue a goal that you have because you don't want to be starting at the bottom. Like maybe your goal is to have maybe a YouTube channel, but the thing is when you start, you are always going to start with 0 subscribers and then work your way up. And that goes for tons of things, like maybe your ranking in something, maybe a job. You just got to start and then you'll slowly make progress. So don't be most people. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments so I can answer them in the future when I do a Q&A similar to this one. Remember to do awesome stuff. See you guys tomorrow early in the morning.